what makes a great storyteller? Take 15, 30 seconds, take some notes. What makes a great storyteller? One that I wrote down is great storytellers are emotional, and you brought this up. I'll add to that there's a vulnerability. There's a vulnerability to a great storyteller, that you feel like the brokenness, you feel the triumphs. And as a good storyteller, you have to let the audience in that part of your energy, which can be very daunting. So they have to be emotionally. They have to be sensorial. And in that sense, as a good storyteller, they relive the story. And I'll share this with you because you're very familiar with Brendan. How many times have you heard the car crash story?
Yeah, a lot.
Does it ever bore you to tears?
No.
Why is that? Right? And as a good storyteller, I think about actors, when you're in Broadway and it's the 71st time you've done the show, you can't be flat.
Yeah.
So you got to bring the energy. And so that's part of that, reliving it. You have to relive it every time. And think about people who, relive a car crash. You're reliving the car crash every time. And if you don't do that, then it feels like you skimmed it emotionally for the audience, for the participants. So that's a tough one to relive, the most difficult ones. One of the things that I learned about good storytellers is that they're entertaining. They're entertaining. And you might take that for granted, but when I was teaching a gazillion years ago as a TA, and I realized that teaching in university is 10% entertainment. And I don't think a lot of professors get that. And I literally would say sometimes, and I've mentioned a few times, speaking on stage and stuff like that, it's like, sometimes you have to get out your tap shoes. You have to, you're teaching in class and you just have to get out those tap shoes and just go like, folks, here we go. And they're like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm just entertaining you right now because that's all I got. Because I just saw y'all falling asleep and you didn't think this was going to happen. So I just wanted to create something here. So some part of it is just being entertaining. Make them laugh. And entertaining is also, I think there's a piece of this too, is that good stories have unconventional wisdom. There's unconventional wisdom in good stories where people go like, oh, right. So plant those in there. So that's good too. And then also, they just have to be authentic. A good storyteller's just got to be authentic. So, these don't override yours, Sean. I think these are all just good elements of what makes a good storyteller.